It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see DJ Moore. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Panthers and the Broncos coming up next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And wasting no time, Corral going to the air. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Panthers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. But they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. Taken down at the 30.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
12 more yards there and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, You talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They go play action with Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Williams. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Again, it's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Now Mevis for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
On third down, Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Wilson will throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Van Jefferson,
57 yards.
And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Time for another look now at Matt Corral and the Carolina offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the play fake, Corral.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Brought down at the 20.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles.
This is 3rd and 7.
On third down, Corral.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Mevis knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
On first down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again is Wilson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, here's Corral.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it.
He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll kick things off down in the Bayou. An NFC South matchup between Atlanta and New Orleans. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down, Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here's Corral.
Quick slant, caught by Moore.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Corral to Moore there. Good for a Carolina first. Corral with it. First down here.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Welcome back now to Denver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Corral looking for another pass here. He's got the connection to Moore.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all hard to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And if it runs in my way, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On second down, Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 39. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 40, the 20, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 8, 23 seconds to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over.
What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side. An outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for Carolina, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.